Well, with the victorious managers tonight, Tom Parrinello and Lee Mansell, a win on penalties in the end, but to be honest, I thought you should have finished that game off in normal time. I don't know if you agree with me, Mance.
Yeah, I think we just said to the boys then that they put in a real good shift for 120 minutes, and obviously tapped off with the penalties at the end, which was, shows a lot of composure, and for them that's a real good experience to last that amount of time in a pressure environment. Not really on the game, but because of the people that are watching. So to get that type of experience will be beneficial for them in their development. But as you said, we felt we dominated the ball for long periods of time. We fashioned some good chances. I don't think attacking wise we were really at our very best. I think there's still a little bit more left to go out of them. But other than that, it's a good day. We're into the second round, so one that we can be extremely happy with.
And Tom, Forest Green had very few chances. One or two I can remember, but nothing really that troubled Liam Armstrong during normal time or extra time.
No, I think the way they set up was to sit back and try and soak up some pressure and try and hit us on the counter. I think, like Mance has touched on, we managed the ball better than we have done in previous weeks, which means we were able to keep the ball better, shift it and manoeuvre it across the pitch, which is why we probably created some decent chances. And when they did look to counter, I think we were set up well enough to deal with it. And like you said, Keith, I think if we score one more at 1-0, or take another one of the chances and go 2-0 up, I think it probably is a comfortable evening for us. Fortunately, it wasn't the case, but credit to the boys, he still kept going. Still kept playing the way we'd asked them to and creating some decent chances. And on another night, I think we scored 3 or 4.
Yeah, I mean, territorially, you had the lion's share of
it, didn't
you? And you just dominated possession, really. Just tell us about the penalty. Was it a clumsy challenge? Was it a penalty?
I think from where we were, I think it looked a penalty. I think it was just a couple of rash decisions from a couple of individuals, and that's the only real sniff they had. The only thing I can think of in the whole game, that they had a real effort on goal, and that's from a deep set piece that we didn't defend the first contact well enough. And that's at the 18s and in the Youth Cup, it's one mistake and a goal. So again, it's a learning tool for the boys to take into the next game and the next round. That can't happen. The higher up you go, that can't happen because teams will punish you.
Mance into extra time, and your hero really was Liam Armstrong, wasn't he? You saved 3 out of 4 penalties.
He didn't save one yesterday. We were practicing, couldn't get near one. No, but as I said, we've been in that situation before, obviously. But for Liam to pull them saves out is magnificent for him. Obviously, Tom scored a winner. The way he did was brilliant. But credit goes to every single member of the squad, because we had the lads that come off the bench done fantastically well as well. Obviously, disappointing not to start. But as I said, and we touched on in our previous interview, that this is about a squad. We're trying to mirror what the first team do, and for them as well, it's part of a squad game, and we're trying to emphasise that with our boys. I think they bought into that today, and when all 3 of them come on, they've done fantastically well and added something to the game, which was good. We brought George on, who's an under-16, come and fitted in lovely in centre midfield. A few good, nice touches, but that's the development that we want to do. We want to bring these boys on, and when they're doing well for the 16s, they come and get an opportunity with the 18s. And our boys know that when they're doing the business for us, they hopefully get an opportunity with the 23s. But as I said, the penalties is a lottery. It's just we showed some good composure, hit some good penalties. The same lads that scored yesterday, unfortunately, Bracey missed his, but I think it's probably down to tiredness, because normally you tuck them away. But as I say, we're into the next round now, and we've got Oxford.
It's Oxford won tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, Oxford beat Gloucester City 2-1 in extra time. So nice trip up the road. Round 2. Their aim, they've set themselves targets, and we won't go into it, but they're on the way to get into theirs now. So it's up to them. They're going to produce another performance against an Oxford side we didn't really perform against. So they've got another part of their carrot there to see if they can go again.
Tom, what was it like for these lads to play at the Memorial Stadium? We touched on it the other day, the first time they played there, and there were over 300 people here watching.
Wow, didn't realise it was that many. That's a great turnout.
3-2-4.
No, that's a great turnout. You could sense the excitement yesterday in training, to be honest. The boys were real bubbly and lively. There were a tinge of nerves when they come in. You could sense that, and we had a chat with them yesterday to iron out any real nerves they had about who would be here, what their expectations were for the game, just so when they reported to the game tonight, it was solely about the game, about nothing else, and I think that worked. I think that, you know, it's quite easy to go into the first 15-20 minutes, nerves, a bit shaky, not sure what's going on, a bit, you know, rabbit caught in headlights kind of thing. But to be fair to them, they started really well, and I think they managed the nerves well, they controlled their emotions well, but they also had, you know, they're on the brink of where they need to be in terms of desire and attitude and application, and that's our fundamentals, what we base our performances on. You know, you read the match report, so we always talk about the non-negotiables, and if they're there, more often than not, then we have a good performance. And when they're not there, we look at a shadow of the team that we're capable of being. So tonight they were there, and I think that just showed in the performance.
And Matt, you had first team management and development staff here watching the game. A good showcase.
It's a fantastic opportunity for him. It is. Obviously the manager, as I said in the interview the other day, that it's very hard for them to be seeing the boys, because obviously down to location and things like that. So hopefully the first team staff and the 23s will come away from it and know that our boys are good enough. That's the main thing, and hopefully our lads have put a good impression on them. You know, it's a lot, especially for the manager, although he's seen Woody a couple of times and a few of the second years, obviously being around the building. You know, he wouldn't have seen the first years, and we got some good performances. We had some good performances from the first years. Josh Bailey today was outstanding. As a centre half, was brilliant. And I think we can say safely that some of the first years will have a real good opportunity, hopefully next year. And obviously today, the experience in front of 300 odd people, they're not used to that. That will add more to their development, which for us is key. So as I said, when we tweet about things like, please come and have a watch, come and have a look, we don't do it just for saying come and have a watch with us. You know, this is for these boys to get used to this type of environment, for hopefully then when they make the next step up, that they're not overawed by it. That's a massive thing for us. But as Tom touched on, we were pleased, really pleased the way they settled into the game today. Obviously being under the lights, the pressure of having everyone coming and watching as well, you know, family, friends, management, academy staff. You know, there's a lot of people here, lots of scouts coming to watch them as well. And to put in a performance like that with and without the ball, I think epitomised what we're trying to work on and what they have to try and buy into. Because I think if you looked at that today, you could see a resemblance of a Bristol Rovers team. You could see the resemblance of a first team, the way they play. And for us, that's pivotal in their development. When's
your next home league game so that people can come and watch you?
Away Saturday week to Oxford. I think
so you're going 2 games close together.
I think the 11th we're away to Oxford, and then that week will be.
It's to be played fairly quickly.
It's got to be played within 2 weeks, so I think that'll be the Tuesday, and then we've got away to Swindon and away to Pompey. So the next home game is
about Christmas.
Christmas time. I actually think it's December. It's December. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll publicise that nearer the time. But for tonight, well done. And great game. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for covering it.